Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Waving Hand. Today, we're taking you on a mouth-watering journey through the heart of Korea's modern food factories, where some of your favorite Korean dishes are made with incredible speed and precision. From the spicy, chewy delight of Tteokbokki to the colorful and perfectly rolled Gimbap. From crispy, golden cheese-stuffed pork cutlets to smooth and refreshing Korean ice cream. Each dish is produced on a massive scale using advanced industrial machines designed for quality, hygiene, and efficiency. So buckle up and get ready to discover how Korean comfort food meets cutting-edge technology, all inside the factory. First up this summer, we're heading straight to the ice cream line, made in one of Korea's oldest and most trusted factories, Lavali. This frozen treat is where tradition meets modern tech. Let's see how it's made. First, workers carefully add fresh milk, cream, sugar, fats, and some essential additives into a large-capacity industrial mixer. This powerful machine gently but thoroughly blends all these ingredients together, continuously stirring until the mixture becomes completely smooth and uniform. It's this precise mixing step that ensures every scoop of ice cream comes out perfectly creamy and consistent. Next, the perfectly blended ice cream mixture moves to the automatic filling machines, carefully pouring into molds with impressive precision. These modern machines handle thousands of ice cream bars every hour, each mold filled exactly to the right level. Workers then load wooden sticks into the equipment, and from here, the machinery takes over again, precisely inserting a stick into each ice cream bar automatically. Thanks to this advanced technology, every single ice cream bar is flawlessly shaped, uniform, and ready for the next stage. Once the sticks are in place, the molds filled with the creamy mixture are transferred into a freezing machine. Here, the bars are rapidly frozen and take on their final shape. Once the bars are completely solid, an automated system gently releases them from the molds without damaging their form. From there, they travel along a conveyor belt into an advanced packaging station. Here, each bar is individually wrapped by high-speed machines that ensure hygiene, precision, and consistency, without the need for human contact. After packaging, workers step in to carefully pack the ice cream bars into cartons, which are then placed in cold storage to keep them fresh. From this point on, they're ready to be delivered to supermarkets, convenience stores, and eventually, your freezer at home. A cool treat, crafted with care from start to finish. Not all ice cream is made on a stick. Some of the most indulgent flavors are enjoyed straight from the cup. And for chocolate lovers, this version is a real treat. After going through the same careful mixing and pasteurization process, the pure chocolate ice cream is transferred to a different production line, specifically designed to fill cups. A large automated dispenser stirs the ice cream mixture directly into each plastic cup with incredible precision. Each cup receives just the right amount. No spillage, no mess, just a smooth, silky swirl of chocolate that looks as good as it tastes. Depending on the product, some cups are topped with additional ingredients like a layer of melted chocolate, crunchy cookie crumbs, or even chopped nuts for added flavor and texture. Once filled, the cups are sent down the line to a sealing station, where an automated capping machine securely fastens the lid to each cup. This airtight seal preserves freshness and prevents contamination, ensuring a perfect product from the factory to your freezer. The sealed cups are then quality checked, ensuring every cup meets strict standards for weight, shape, and appearance. Finally, the cups are collected, packed into individual trays by workers, and transferred to temperature-controlled storage rooms, where they remain frozen and stable until shipping. Whether it's a classic chocolate swirl or a luxurious cream-filled version, each Lavali cup is the result of modern automation combined with decades of expertise, crafted for the perfect moment when you open the lid and take that first spoonful of chocolate ice cream. And here comes the ultimate summer treat, watermelon ice cream cups layered with colorful, flavorful layers. This dessert is not only delicious, but also beautiful, and it all starts from the bottom. The first part of the process begins with a separate batch of light green ice cream, specially blended to mimic the refreshing taste of watermelon rind. This green mixture is poured precisely into the bottom of each cup, creating a cool, creamy base. Once frozen, the second layer is ready, and this is where the real magic begins. The vibrant combination of pineapple and strawberry creates a naturally sweet and fruity layer. To make the treat even more appealing, small pieces of chocolate that look like watermelon seeds are added to the mixture. Stir the mixture until the fruit and chocolate flavors are evenly distributed. Then gently pour it over the green layer, creating a striking two-tone look inside the cup. But the final step? A few fresh watermelon jelly cubes are placed right on top. This adds texture while also providing a burst of fruity flavor to complete the experience. Once the jelly has set, each cup is sealed, then placed on a tray for final packaging. From the color to the flavor to the texture, this watermelon ice cream is a layered dessert that turns every spoonful into a mini adventure. Among the many ice cream varieties, this one is a true classic, chocolate almond bar. The process starts like most others. A creamy blend of fresh milk, cream, sugar, and selected ingredients is mixed to create a smooth chocolate base. This rich mixture is then poured into molds automatically, with workers placing wooden sticks into the machine, allowing it to insert each stick with perfect accuracy. Once filled, the molds move into a freezing chamber where the bars solidify, locking in their shape and creamy texture. But what sets this ice cream apart is what comes next, its signature crunchy chocolate coating. In a separate station, melted chocolate is combined with crushed almonds, stirred carefully to ensure an even texture. Each frozen ice cream bar is then dipped into this warm chocolate almond mixture, coating it with a thick, glossy layer full of crunch and flavor. Right after dipping, the bars pass through a rapid cooling system to harden the chocolate shell instantly, so it won't melt or lose its shine. Finally, the bars are neatly wrapped by automated packaging machines, then boxed and stored in cold rooms, ready to make their way to supermarkets and convenience stores. From the smooth center to the crunchy shell, every chocolate almond bar is made with precision, delivering that satisfying crack in every bite. Next up, we're diving into one of Korea's most iconic dishes, Tteokbokki, the spicy rice cakes loved by millions. But have you ever wondered how this traditional street food is made on an industrial scale? Let's head inside the factory and find out. The journey of Korean Tteokbokki begins with its star ingredient, glutinous rice flour. Inside the factory, this soft, finely milled rice flour is poured into a massive industrial mixer designed to handle hundreds of kilograms at once. As a machine whirs to life, water is added slowly and carefully. Every second of mixing is precisely timed to form a smooth, sticky dough, the perfect texture needed to create those signature chewy rice cakes. Once the initial dough reaches the ideal consistency, it's transferred into a second, even larger industrial mixer. This step isn't just repetition, it's refinement. The powerful machine continues to knead the dough, eliminating any remaining clumps and enhancing elasticity. This second mixing stage is crucial for achieving that smooth, chewy bite that makes Tteokbokki so addictive. It may look simple, but every rotation of the blades brings the rice dough one step closer to perfection. After the second mixing is complete, the machine seamlessly transitions to the next phase, heating and shaping. The dough is gently warmed to activate the starches, giving it that signature chewy, bouncy texture. Then, it's pushed through extrusion nozzles and stretched into long, uniform rice cake ropes. Without skipping a beat, an automated cutting system slices them into perfect bite-sized pieces, right on a moving conveyor belt. In just seconds, hundreds of freshly formed Tteokbokki rice cakes roll out, ready for their next flavorful transformation. After being perfectly shaped and cut into uniform pieces, the freshly made Tteokbokki rice cakes continue their journey on a moving conveyor belt, but they're not quite ready yet. The next step is all about preserving their texture and locking in freshness. First, the hot and slightly sticky rice cakes are gently passed through a cooling water bath. This step quickly brings down their temperature and helps firm up the surface of each piece. It also washes away any excess starch, ensuring that the rice cakes won't stick together during freezing and storage. From there, the rice cakes are directed into a rapid freezing chamber where the temperature drops to an extreme -37 degrees Celsius. This fast freezing method is critical. It helps preserve the signature chewy texture while preventing ice crystals from forming inside the rice cakes, which could ruin the consistency. Within minutes, the tteokbokki is fully frozen and perfectly preserved, just as fresh as the moment it was cut. Even after freezing, the automation doesn't stop. The frozen rice cakes are continuously carried on a conveyor system straight toward the final phase, automatic packaging. Here, precise machines measure, portion, and pack the rice cakes into sealed bags or containers, ready for supermarkets, restaurants, or even your home freezer. From soft dough to frozen perfection, this entire process happens smoothly, efficiently, and with minimal human contact, a perfect blend of Korean food tradition and modern factory innovation. Now, let's move on to a slightly different twist on this Korean favorite, the round-style tteokbokki. While the ingredients remain the same, the production method changes just enough to give these rice cakes their smooth, rounded look. At this factory, the process begins with whole grains of glutinous rice, which are freshly milled on-site in a fine rice flour. The flour is then mixed with water in a large industrial mixer to create a smooth, elastic dough. This in-house milling ensures freshness and gives the rice cakes their signature soft and chewy texture. Once the dough reaches the perfect consistency, it's transferred onto a conveyor belt and carried toward the shaping station. Here, specialized machines portion and roll the dough into small, round balls, the signature shape of this tteokbokki variety. Each piece is formed with care and precision, ensuring a smooth, uniform texture in every bite. Once the dough reaches the perfect consistency, it's transferred onto a conveyor belt and carried toward the shaping station. Here, specialized machines portion and roll the dough into small, round balls, the signature shape of this tteokbokki variety. Each piece is formed with care and precision, ensuring a smooth, uniform texture in every bite. Unlike the long-shaped version, round tteokbokki skips the heating step. After shaping, the soft rice balls are sent directly to the packaging area, keeping their fresh, tender texture perfectly intact. Once it reaches your kitchen, enjoying tteokbokki couldn't be easier. Just add a bit of water and Korean chili paste, bring it to a boil, and within minutes, you've got a warm, spicy, and chewy dish ready to serve. Whether you love the classic long rice cakes or the fun round version, tteokbokki always hits the spot. So what do you think? Are you a fan of tteokbokki? Leave a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more factory-made food stories. Our third dish is another symbol of Korean tradition and culture, the beloved gimbap. Colorful, flavorful, and beautifully rolled, it's a staple in every Korean meal. Now, let's take a closer look at how gimbap is made inside a high-tech factory. The first step in large-scale gimbap production begins with the colorful heart of the roll, the vegetables. Leading the way is the vibrant orange carrot, a key ingredient that adds both crunch and visual appeal to every slice. At the factory, fresh carrots are first loaded onto a conveyor, where an automatic system gently scrapes off the outer skin. Then, they're thoroughly washed and passed through a bubbling water bath that uses air and sanitizing agents to ensure 100% cleanliness. Once clean, the carrots are finely shredded into thin strips using high-speed slicing machines. Next, they're tossed into massive industrial pans, where they're quickly stir-fried with a carefully measured blend of oil and seasoning, just enough to bring out the sweetness, without making them soggy. From raw root to flavorful filling, it's a colorful start to the perfect Korean rice roll. The bright yellow pickled radish is sliced into long, even strips to fit perfectly inside each gimbap roll, adding a sweet, tangy crunch and a burst of vibrant color. Fresh spinach is first blanched to a perfect tenderness, keeping its rich green color intact. Then it's transferred into a large industrial mixer, where it's combined with seasoning and roasted sesame seeds. This step infuses the spinach with a nutty aroma and savory depth, giving every gimbap roll that subtle, earthy balance Korea is famous for. At the core of every gimbap roll is the steamed, glutinous rice, soft, sticky, and full of flavor. Here in the factory, premium short-grain rice is cooked in large industrial steamers, ensuring perfect consistency at scale. Once cooked, the rice is transferred to a high-capacity mixing machine, where it's gently tossed with the factory's secret seasoning sauce and a generous amount of roasted sesame seeds. This step gives the rice a rich aroma, subtle sweetness, and a signature taste that ties all the ingredients together. The rice is evenly spread on a dried seaweed sheets by an automatic machine, a Korean signature ingredient that gives gimbap its iconic taste and texture. With the rice perfectly laid out on the seaweed sheets, workers begin the careful process of adding each flavorful ingredient. Spinach, stir-fried carrots, pickled radish, fish cake, crab sticks, and sausage are placed in neat, colorful rows, creating the signature visual appeal of gimbap. Once the fillings are in place, the sheets continue down the conveyor, where a high-speed automatic roller takes over. In just seconds, each sheet is tightly rolled into a uniform gimbap roll, sealed, compact, and ready for the next step. Before cutting begins, the machines are lightly coated with cooking oil by the workers, a simple trick to prevent rice from sticking during slicing. The fully rolled gimbap is then brought to the cutting station, where 6 rolls are lined up in a row for each batch. With one smooth push, the rolls pass through a sharp automatic cutter, slicing them into even bite-sized pieces. The result? Perfectly portioned gimbap, uniform in size, cleanly cut, and ready for packing. After slicing, the freshly made gimbap pieces are carefully arranged in trays by workers, ensuring each portion is neat and visually appealing. These trays are then placed onto a long conveyor belt that transports them into a modern rapid freezing chamber. This advanced freezer uses ultra-cold air to instantly lock in moisture, flavor, and texture, keeping the rice soft and the seaweed crisp, just like freshly made. Thanks to this quick freezing process, the gimbap maintains its quality even during storage and transport. Once frozen to the perfect temperature, the trays continue their journey along the production line, moving seamlessly into the automated packaging section. Here, machines begin sealing each tray with protective film, preparing them for distribution to supermarkets, convenience stores, or directly to your home freezer, ready to enjoy anytime. Once it reaches your kitchen, all you need is 2 minutes in the microwave, and your delicious, warm Korean gimbap is ready to enjoy. Perfect for a quick meal or snack anytime. So, are you a fan of Korean gimbap? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel and see more factory-made food stories. Coming in at number 4, it's the ultimate quick meal, Korean-style frozen fried rice. Packed with flavor and ready in minutes. But how is it made in such massive quantities? Let's head into the factory and watch the magic happen. Before entering the production area, workers must wear full protective gear and pass through a disinfection zone. This ensures a 100% sterile environment inside the factory, maintaining the highest standards of food safety from the very first step. Before cooking begins, workers carefully inspect bags of pre-cut green bell peppers. Each bag is inspected for freshness, uniformity of size, and cleanliness to ensure quality and consistency. Any pieces that appear to have changed color are discarded immediately. This step is essential to ensuring that only the freshest, most vibrant ingredients are used in the fried rice, maintaining both flavor and visual appeal in every bite. In another area of the factory, workers handle the preparation of onions. First, the onions are thoroughly washed and passed through a bubbling disinfection system that removes bacteria and surface impurities. They're then rinsed again with clean water to ensure complete safety. After washing, the onions are transferred into a high-capacity industrial slicer, where they're chopped quickly and evenly, ready to be used in the next stage of fried rice production. Next comes an ingredient everyone loves in fried rice: shrimp. These shrimp have already been peeled in advance, but before use, they go through a strict inspection process. Workers carefully examine each piece, removing any that are discolored, damaged, or don't meet quality standards. Only the freshest, cleanest shrimp are allowed to move forward, ensuring every bite of fried rice is packed with flavor and quality. One ingredient that makes fried rice more colorful and appetizing is diced carrot. These carrots are pre-cut into small, even cubes and go through a careful inspection process. Workers check for color, texture, and any signs of spoilage, removing pieces that don't meet the factory standards. Only bright, fresh carrots are selected, adding both sweetness and vibrant color to the final dish. The chopped bell peppers, carrots, onions, and sweet corn are all combined in a large automated wok. This machine continuously stirs the ingredients, cooking them evenly at high heat to bring out their natural flavor and aroma. Once perfectly cooked, workers use large metal paddles to scoop the steaming vegetables out, ready to be mixed with rice in the next stage. The final and most essential ingredient in fried rice is, of course, the rice itself. It begins with a thorough rinse to remove excess starch and impurities, ensuring a clean, fluffy texture. Afterward, the rice is portioned into large trays, where workers add shredded cheese and a secret seasoning liquid developed by the factory. This unique blend infuses the rice with a rich, savory flavor. The trays then enter a fully automated cooking system, which precisely controls heat, steam, and timing. The result is perfectly cooked rice, soft, flavorful, and ready to be mixed with vegetables and proteins to complete the dish. Once the rice is fully cooked, workers drizzle a small amount of cooking oil over it. This simple step keeps the grains from sticking together during mixing. All prepared ingredients, except the shrimp, are then added into a large capacity industrial mixer. The machine blends everything thoroughly, ensuring every spoonful of fried rice has the perfect balance of vegetables and flavor. After mixing, the rice is transferred onto a moving conveyor belt. As it moves toward the packaging area, built-in machines gently toss and fluff the rice. This ensures that every package is evenly filled with perfectly separated, flavorful rice, ready to be frozen and shipped. At the final stage, both the mixed fried rice and shrimp are portioned by fully automated machines. Each pack is filled with a precise amount, ensuring consistency in every serving. Once sealed in airtight packaging, the finished products are released onto a conveyor belt. From there, workers collect the packs and neatly arrange them in boxes, ready for storage. These boxes are then transferred to cold storage rooms, where the temperature is carefully controlled to preserve freshness. After that, the product is ready to be shipped, making its way from the factory to supermarkets, restaurants, and eventually your table. Once it reaches your kitchen, enjoying this fried rice couldn't be easier. Simply pour the frozen rice into a hot pan and stir. No need for extra oil or seasoning. Everything is already perfectly balanced. In just a few minutes, you'll have a hot, delicious plate of fried rice ready to serve. And finally, closing our lineup is a crispy, cheesy twist on Western comfort food: cheese-stuffed pork cutlets. Golden on the outside, melty on the inside, this dish blends rich flavor with irresistible crunch. Let's see how it's made factory style. Let's begin. The process begins with disinfection, just like in other food factories. Workers wear protective gear and pass through a sanitizing area to ensure a 100% sterile environment, an essential first step to maintain hygiene and food safety during production. The main ingredient, pork cutlets, is delivered directly from certified suppliers to the factory. Each batch is transported under strict temperature control to ensure the meat stays fresh and safe before processing begins. Once the pork cutlets arrive at the factory, workers quickly unload and inspect the meat to ensure it meets quality standards. Without delay, the cutlets are transferred directly into industrial cutting machines. These machines are designed to slice each piece to a uniform thickness, creating consistent portions that cook evenly and look identical. This step is essential for both quality control and production efficiency, laying the foundation for the perfectly balanced cheese-stuffed cutlets that follow. At this stage, each piece of pork is carefully weighed by the workers to ensure it meets the exact portion requirements. Once weighed, the pieces are placed onto an automatic sorting line, where machines categorize them based on size and weight with impressive precision. After sorting, workers transfer the pork slices to the tenderizing station, where a press machine flattens and softens the meat. This step not only improves texture, but also helps the cutlet cook more evenly and absorb flavor better in the next stages. In the next stage, it's time to prepare the batter that gives each pork cutlet its signature golden crust. Using a special formula developed by the factory, various types of flour and seasoning powders are measured and poured into a large industrial mixing bowl. Workers oversee the process as the ingredients are blended into a smooth, uniform mixture with a perfect consistency for coating. This custom batter plays a key role in both texture and taste, ensuring that once the cutlets are fried, they're not only crispy on the outside, but also packed with savory flavor in every bite. The pork cutlets, already marinated with seasoning beforehand, are now placed onto a moving conveyor belt. As they travel along the line, each piece passes through an automatic battering machine, where it's evenly coated with the smooth mixture prepared earlier. Right after that, the cutlets are covered with a special crispy coating, an exclusive blend developed by the factory to ensure maximum crunch and golden texture when fried. This double-layered coating process guarantees that every bite delivers the perfect balance of juicy meat and crispy outer crust. After being fully seasoned and coated with crispy breadcrumbs, the pork cutlets are placed onto a conveyor belt that leads straight to the deep frying section. Here, the cutlets are gently lowered into a large industrial fryer filled with hot cooking oil. The temperature and timing are precisely controlled to ensure each piece is cooked evenly, crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside. As they pass through the fryer, the golden crust forms, locking in flavor and creating the mouth-watering texture this dish is known for. Studio microphone, cheese-stuffed version, rolling the cutlets, asterisk. What we saw earlier were the regular fried pork cutlets. But for the rich, cheese-stuffed version, the process takes a delicious twist. Each piece of pork, already flattened for tenderness, is carefully rolled around a thick slice of creamy cheese placed right at the center. This step must be done with precision to ensure the cheese stays sealed inside during frying, so that when it's cooked, the middle melts perfectly without leaking out. It's this cheesy core that gives the stuffed cutlets their signature richness and gooey surprise in every bite. Once the pork and cheese have been carefully rolled together, workers gently place each piece onto the conveyor belt. These delicate rolls are then transported to the battering station, where they'll be coated just like the regular cutlets. Despite the soft texture and cheesy center, the automated line is designed to handle each roll with care, ensuring they hold their shape while getting evenly covered in batter and the factory's signature crispy coating. After being fully coated in batter and the factory's special crispy breadcrumbs, the cheese-stuffed pork rolls continue along the conveyor toward the deep frying zone. Here, they're gently dropped into hot oil, where they begin to sizzle and turn golden brown. The temperature is carefully controlled to ensure the crust becomes perfectly crispy, while the cheese inside melts into a rich, gooey center. By the time they exit the fryer, each roll is sealed with flavor, crispy on the outside, soft and creamy within. Once perfectly fried, the cheese-stuffed pork cutlets are transferred by conveyor to the packaging area. Here, they're carefully cooled to preserve texture and flavor before entering the automatic packing line. Each cutlet is sealed in hygienic packaging to maintain freshness and safety. After that, the finished products are boxed and stored in cold storage, ready to be shipped to supermarkets, restaurants, and eventually to your table. Do you prefer the classic crispy pork cutlet or the rich, cheesy stuffed version? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more satisfying factory food journeys like this one.